Hello, my name is Melody Perez. For my pathogen presentation, I picked Schistosomiasis. I did think it was cool how it can swim through your skin, but I mostly picked it because in the picture, it is a ad from 12 years ago asking for donations for Africa for pure, clean drinking water, not for food, like you would think, common misconception. But I remember seeing an ad just like this one but obviously in the United States. And in this ad, it also said it was specifically for to prevent the spread of parasitic worms. So maybe it was for schistosomiasis. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. I just drew that connection, so I decided to go with this one. The phylogenetic classification, the phylum is Platyhelminths, which is just flatworm. The class is Trematoda. The order is Diplostomida. The family is Schistosomatidae, and we know that because of the suffix. And the genus is Schistosoma. It does have Greek origins to the name, so that is cool. Schistos meaning split and soma meaning body, but that mostly refers to the split body of a male schistosome fluke. Those are the ones, the male bodies are the ones that split up like that. Its natural reservoir is freshwater lakes. So in the lakes, its first formation is are eggs called miracidium. But once those eggs encounter freshwater snails, in the picture, if you look at the picture, it can kind of burrow in between its head and the shell, and there it can use that as an intermediate host to evolve to Cercaria, and the Cercaria underneath that it says what serves as its definitive host. That would be you swimming in the lake. It can burrow through your skin. If you look at the picture in the collarbone area, the Cercaria is skinnier and has like a tail, but once it burrows through your skin, that tail will kind of fall off and it'll become schistosomulum. This schistosomulum will eventually find your liver, and there it can evolve into male and female worms that lay eggs, and that can give you a fever, it can stunt your growth, and it could also evolve into three 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 phases. You can either get the acute phase, which is a fever, rash, muscle pain, and fatigue, but that's just your immune response to the migrating worms. Or you can get the chronic phase, which is tissue damage, especially in the bladder. So you'll know you're in the chronic phase if you see blood in your urine, for example. If you reach the advanced phase, you can experience fibrosis, organ damage, enlargement of the spleen, or even cancer. Enlargement of the spleen, we can see that in the picture because I guess you could call the guy in the picture skinny, but he's very bloated, and that's due to the blockage of blood flow, and that's why his spleen is so enlarged. Treatments, there are no current vaccines. So I do want to start with the second best, oxamniquin. It does paralyze the worm, but only the species Mansoni, and it is more expensive than the preferred method, praziquantel. And we did mention on the last slide, and even cancer under advanced phase. This is a form of preventative chemotherapy, and it is usually administered once a year orally, and it also targets all species of schistosomiasis. So that's why we prefer that one over oxamniquin. Also, just preventative methods, it would be clean, sanitary drinking methods, because someone who is infected, if they, let's say, use the restroom, they can spread it all over again. Societal impact of importance. Right now, 160 million people are infected throughout the world, but that's mostly in Africa, Middle East, South America, and Southeast Asia. And just as a fun fact, I thought it was interesting why it's only swimmers itch in the US, and that's because we do not have the specific freshwater snails. Let's say specifically, like, I have to look at my notes. Melanopsis primorsa and Bulinus truncatus are the types of freshwater snails you specifically need, which we do not have in the US, that the parasite needs to involve to cercaria. That way it can penetrate the skin. But those specific freshwater snails are found in Jericho, and I'm not even personally religious like that, but Jericho's inhabitants experience similar signs and symptoms, and the specific type of freshwater snails you need were found in Jericho. Scientists found traces of them or something, and I just found this throughout my research, so I thought that was pretty interesting to bring up. These are my references.